Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, one book or novel at a time. And today I'm going to talk to you about this beautiful anthology. And it's not so much about this one, but I want to mention that it all started because of this anthology. Thank you to Mr. Edward Vidaurre. He was a 2019 Poet Laureate for Macallan, and because of him is that I was introduced to this competition. Well, every year they have this competition of poetry, collecting poems from our Valley youth. And last year when he told me about it, anxiously I promoted it with my school, and it was 3 students from the Ace Cranes Book Club that entered the contest, and their entries were chosen. So those 3 students are part of this anthology, and this one is Let a New Earth Rise, Rio Grande Valley Youth Anthology 2019. And like I mentioned before, this one was led by Mr. Edward Vidaurre, the Macallan Poet Laureate for 2019. Well, these 3 students were part of the book club at the time that the entries were entered, and this year we entered again. And I worked with the book club members from the ACE program and teaching them about poetry as well. We covered some poetry books from local authors as well, and it was through there that I started introducing the students to the state standards for reading. And since I have students from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, I cover all those standards for teaching poetry. And like I said, these are students that are part of the ACE program through our after school hours, and it is thanks to this program that I'm able to continue helping students after school and continue my librarianship work through the book club as well. And what I really like about the ACE program is that it provides the books for the students. So anybody that is part of the book club, every book that we read, the ACE program provides that book, and the students get to keep the book. So it is how a lot of these kids are motivated to join, and besides the love of reading. And I also help every kind of student that wants to join. If they're struggler readers, they're reluctant readers, they try it out and they're like, oh my goodness, I really love it, and I can't wait to read the next book. And from being a reluctant reader, they find out that, you know what, hey, reading is not as bad as I thought, or reading a book. So they learn to find their own book and their own subject that they like or what interests them. So I'm very appreciative of the ACE program, because it is through this after school program that a lot of these kids get to do what they love to do. And in my case, it's book club kids, which they just love to read. So I have to find other ways to continue instilling that love for reading. But said with all that, well, and then I have to congratulate our new 3 winners that made it to this year's anthology. I don't have a cover of the anthology because this new anthology will be released in December of this year, 2020. And the new anthology is, the title is similar to this one, but it's called I Still Rise, Rio Grande Valley Youth Anthology 2020. But this year's anthology in competition is been under the care of Mr. Rodney Gomez, the new Macallan Poet Laureate. Okay, and congratulations to our new ACE book club members that entered. After carefully helping them with their submissions and teaching them about poetry and what poetry entitles, they were very excited to create their own poems. And little did they know that they were going to win. So that is an amazing accomplishment on their part. Congratulations, Miss Audrey Leanne Martinez, 6th grade. You were one of the chosen ones. Your poem sure made a difference, and her poem Equality will be part of this anthology. Congratulations, Audrey. I'm very proud of you. And the next participant that was chosen is, congratulations, Miss Sarah Sanchez, 8th grader, and her poem, Calm versus Anger, made it to the finals and will be part of the new anthology as well. Congratulations, Miss Sarah. I'm very proud of you as well. Amazing poems that these two wrote, and they're part of this new anthology. And our third participant, congratulations, Miss Kiara Valencia. I'm very proud of you as well. She actually submitted about 4 or 5 entries, and out of those 4 or 5 entries that she submitted, 2 made it to the anthology. I'm very proud of you. And one of her poems that made it is called My Very Good Friend, and the other poem is called People Talk. These are truly inspiring poems, and that's why they made it to the anthology. So once again, I want to say thank you to everybody that participated and everybody that helps out, and teachers also at GMS. Thank you for teaching these kids their basic writing skills and teaching them how to read, and continuing to instill that passion for reading. So this job, not only was it accomplished by the students, but also the adults that surround them, which is us, the educators. So thank you for that, and thank you to the ACE program for helping us with the materials, the books, the motivation, everything. Thank you to Miss Adelina Villarreal, our district director for libraries, and also in charge of the ACE program, and her staff for always helping us and always providing the correct guidance and support that we need. So without you all, this wouldn't have been possible. So thank you for that. We need to continue supporting our kiddos as much as we can, and I love to continue instilling that love for reading. I am just so very proud of all my students, and I want to say congratulations for being a published author. And remember, if you want the book should be out December 2020. Once again, thank you everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, give the video a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. There's a lot of good videos here, and remember, everybody's a reader. Some of you haven't found the right book. What if an anthology could be that right book for you? Thank you for listening. Have an amazing day.